Hello. 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 Zuia.
Sawa.
Yeah, we have had a very big team of lawyers to represent more than nearly 400 people arrested yesterday. They were kept in custody until today when they appeared in court, and happily they have been released on cash bail of 1,000 shillings each, in the best circumstances considering the nature of the offense they have been charged with. It is our position and consideration that they should have been left on a free bond. I want to thank the team of lawyers who turned up pro bono, and they're all here. Babu, Owino, Senator Maanzo, there's the president of Faith Odhiambo, Dr. John Aminwa, and the team. I think you had their names in court. What I want to say about these charges, looking at them on the face of the charges, they are trumped up charges. I am confident, even without going to a full trial, these charges will be dismissed. But the bigger story is that the state is weaponizing the criminal justice system, that in order, instead of dealing with the issues of the day, they are weaponizing the criminal justice system in order to intimidate Kenyans who want to enjoy their constitutional rights. There was no reason at all, from what we have seen today, that these young men and women were arrested. And you could have observed in court, there was a young little girl, a young mother with a child, who was arrested on accusation that she had participated in blocking the road along Jogo Road. And I think the prosecution was ashamed of their act or action and immediately withdrew the charges under Section 87A, 1A of the Criminal Procedure Code. I want to thank the young men of Kenya, the Gen Zs, your resilience, your patriotism. You turned up in large numbers to support the families, the mothers, the parents, and the victims of police brutality, victims of extrajudicial killing, victims of abductions, and victims of malicious prosecution and false arrest and detention. And I hope that you continue to show your determination, your patriotism, your resilience, so that this government which is in place is dealt in accordance with the law. I was very happy about the young man in court, one of the accused persons, who said that actually in the hearts and hearts of Kenyans, the Maraga resolution of opinion which was sent to the president some years ago, that Parliament should be dissolved, that is what should happen. Dissolved not today, not tomorrow, but today. And as we've seen with the enactment of this year's Finance Act, Parliament has not changed its attitude. Of course, when I say Parliament,
There are patriots like Senator Mazayo, like Babu Owino. You've had them in Parliament, and we hope they continue to show their resilience and stand for the people. We, as have been told with the civil society leadership, there are 6 people who are unaccounted for. They were arrested, but on this day when they should have been brought to court, they have been unaccounted for. We'll pursue this matter to conclusion in the manner suggested by the civil society leaders, because it is the responsibility of the state to protect life and also to protect the security of every person who is a Kenyan or who resides in Kenya. I am hoping that together we're going to move in these coming days and months to make sure that the desire of the people, particularly the young people of Kenya, will be achieved in order that Kenya can have a better society, a better environment in which to live. In the words of the Constitution, the Bill of Rights is an integral part of the Kenya's democratic system, and if you cannot demonstrate, if you cannot picket, if you cannot present petitions according to Article 37 of the Constitution, like every Kenyan wanted to do yesterday, it shows that everything is wrong. A new word is in town, and Babu Owino is better at it than I. The rise of Goonism, and Kenya is coming a kingdom, a Goon republic, and we know who are encouraging these acts of violence. And we saw yesterday, as the demonstrations were going on, goons and the police were all over, including the CBD. They didn't present any notice to have a meeting, but their meetings went on without any interference. That shows the kind of state we have. And lastly, on my part, those who think that James Orengo is going to pull back, forget it. We're in this to the end. With all the Kenyans and with all the patriots, we have a duty that only death separates us from, to work with the people to make sure Kenya is a sovereign and democratic republic. Karibu Babu, karibu Mazu. Na mambo ni one. Mambo ni one. Mambo ni one. Mambo ni I want to say that according to the Constitution, if you have been arrested or have not been released within 24 hours, you should be released. So those who have not been presented to court today, and I know that there are quite a number, then let the government release them tonight. After all the charges presented here people us as a big joke that individuals have become like vehicles. They are able to block. Everybody knows that there was no traffic yesterday in town, and that's the sort of charge we are seeing. I also want to thank Governor Songo for having paid the bail of quite a number of those young people, all of them, and we believe they are going to be released tonight. We know that at some point the system broke down, but we are happy that no one is going to stay over the weekend since they have already been released by the court. We look forward to liberating this country, and I want to thank everybody who came over yesterday to commemorate our fallen heroes. Harambee! Harambee! Asante sana. Babu kwa sababu bila Babu chapu. Thank you members of the press. kidogo tu. Thank you very much, members of the press. I want to take this opportunity to thank all the advocates, Senior Counsel James Orengo, for the tireless work. You never get tired of helping Kenyans. You never tire of helping Kenyans, and we are really indebted. Mimi, I'm talking as a former accused person that you've helped here severally in these courts of law. Together with other advocates, I really want to appreciate your work. Of course, they've done this work on pro bono. And I want to tell the government to stop panicking. These arrests, they are the fingerprints of panic. The government should not panic if they are confident, because a government that is confident of its legitimacy should not be scared of candles, should not be scared of flowers, should not be scared of prayers, should not be scared of peaceful assembly. Peaceful assembly is enshrined in Article 37 of our Constitution, and everybody has that right. That right is not a privilege, it is a constitutional right that must be respected. And further, Article 33, freedom of expression, that we are allowed to criticize even the government in any way possible. Freedom of expression. Asanteni sana. We are all protected by the Constitution. The Constitution is a living document that is the essence of the law, and I'm very sure that we will continue fighting for Kenyan citizens. Today, those who are arrested have been released on a punishment of 1,000 Kenya shillings each, and we are happy. The government should never convert grief into guilt. Otherwise, thank you. Council
Thank you. So the one thing I want to say is that it is very shameful, because looking at these files, the arrests were made by DCI officers. It is very shameful for our government to convert DCI officers who should be combating crime into petty offense investigators. This blockage of road is merely a misdemeanor that is actually a traffic offense. That is why this country crime rates are increasing, because the DCI officers are being used to pursue protesters who are exercising their rights under Article 37 instead of dealing with real crime. And I really want to thank the team that we have here today. I want to thank the Senior Counsel Orengo, I want to thank Babu, Senator Maanzo, for dedicating their time from 10 a.m. up to this point, and also to Governor Sonko for the bail, and really the entire team of advocates who have been here on pro bono. As a Gen Z myself, I feel represented and I feel supported, and this is the team that is going to actually save Kenya from the madness that is going on. Asanteni sana.
So thank you very much, members of the press, Senior Counsel. We are very pleased to have you. Counsel Babu, Owino, we are very happy to have you. One thing we want to tell Kenyans is that all these charges that Kenyans have been facing today are trumped up charges, because we are informed that there was an order from higher powers that said a certain number of people have to be arrested. And we know that higher power that we are talking about. One thing we need to remind them is that we are not going to tire. This team is always ready and willing to defend Kenyans. So I want to thank every person that has been part and parcel of this journey. We are going to move together, and as we say, our mantra is one term, and as members of Linda Mwananchi, until Kasongo goes, that's when we rest. Asanteni sana. Mungu awabariki.
We are marching to Central.
One request. I think that's the end of our response. But our resilience must be maintained, and we can go back where they don't want us to go anytime. The decision is ours. When to go to the streets, the decision is ours. When to demonstrate, the decision is ours. The Kasongo regime must go. And this is the time.
marching to say